y'all. Welcome to Candid Conversations with Carla. We have part two of our story, the Mosleys. And welcome, Mr. Mosley.
Thank you for having me again.
Yes, yes. This is actually our second time filming this. I deleted the original video. But anyway, we are here talking about our story. So, we left off at I think I was saying that I actually tried to connect you with someone else, and but I did leave off one of the what I thought was a really important part of part one, which is the fact that you actually courted me. We had like ice cream dates and I don't know, but I don't really hear about that in like the dating world, and especially in this day and time. And so I really love that. And I mean that he literally would pick me up and take me out for ice cream. And I thought that was pretty cute. What
Mm.
made you even think of something like that?
Cause I'm different.
You different. Oh
I
yeah?
just wanted to show you something different.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know what you was used to, so but
Oh.
yeah,
And what I really enjoyed about you, Jermaine, and what made you stand out again was that you respected my boundaries, and you really set um, a new standard for dating for me, even though I thought you were not the one.
mm.
But I really wanted to talk about, especially and expound on what you know because something that stood out about what the young lady stated when I tried to hook you up with her was she was like, "Look, I can't help it if you're trying to throw away your blessing that God has blessed you with." So already, I was picking up different hints just throughout our journey. I was like, okay, well, maybe it's something that I'm not seeing, but nevertheless, we still have our preferences, right? So we went on, and actually, surprisingly, that actually, um, that really made us closer for whatever reason. And I think I just got found like a comfort in you just being there because I knew you were genuine and everything. So how were you viewing everything? Because you know what? What I realized is that we were eating out more often, and you started giving me flowers and stuff, and writing me poems. And I eventually was telling him, stop writing me poems because it feels like we're dating. So what were you feeling at this time?
Just taking it one day at a time. I mean, it wasn't no rush or no pressure, nothing. I understood what you meant, so I wasn't gonna stop me from being me.
Yeah.
So
Well, what stood out about even these poems, I actually had you send them to me,
mm-hmm.
uh, just because they actually summed up who I was. So I wanted to use it for my business. And again, I did actually start up a business, and I asked you for a small little favor of um, writing up my mission statement for me, and you ended up writing my whole business plan. Why'd you do that? What?
Once I started, I couldn't stop. So you've allowed me to showcase my talents and abilities, so I was able to be me.
You know what? That really stood out to me because you went above and beyond. And y'all, okay, don't reach for me in the comments, okay? But because he had written up my whole business plan, I wanted you to be what, like my personal assistant,
Mm-hmm.
right? I wanted him to be my personal assistant because I could not see anyone else being my personal assistant. And what did I tell you?
um, if you get a husband, I'm not okay with that. And I just blew you off and said, oh, whatever. So,
So what did you think about that? Like, so so yeah, I wanted to protect his heart, and I wasn't that I was heartless, but I just wanted to protect your heart and so for you to have some type of expectation. And so I didn't want you to be hurt if I got married and you were my personal assistant. So what were you thinking about that when I said, "Are you gonna be okay if I get married?"
I really don't think nothing of it.
Oh, you just gonna
I'm just gonna go with the flow.
okay.
I mean, it's the truth. So.
Oh well, well, I was actually serious with that statement,
No, I
and
know you was, but I mean, you wasn't dating anybody anyway, so I really wasn't worried about it at the time. So,
wow. But how did you know? How did you know I didn't just like not withhold something from you?
I mean, if you did, then I guess if you did, you did. I mean,
Okay. Well, long story short, we were still um really working in close proximity and everything. And um I really could not see me even running my business. Actually, I didn't want to run my business without you because you know what? There's nothing better than having someone who you don't have to dictate everything to, and you want someone who's really proactive. And I figured that you had really studied me so much so that you were already ahead of the game. Like,
mm-hmm.
even for you to go above and beyond, like writing my mission statement, like that meant a lot to me. My business plan, and you got it. You hit it on the nail. You did really, really great.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity, so I didn't want to let you down. So,
Okay. Well, that's why you work for Gatachi Productions. Okay. And so, moving along, you actually, no, so I had started my company, but for whatever reason, I started this job that I felt like I needed for insurance purposes. And you I thought I was gonna have a great smooth transition into the work world, but I didn't. And you were like a really, really big help with that. I didn't realize how easy or how helpful you were gonna be.
mm.
And you guys, like I said, I just feel like all of this was a setup. You kind of just made things easier with my transition. You were like driving me to work for the first 2 days. You like made my lunch
Mm-hmm.
for me. And then one evening, we spent some time. And y'all, what I did not know, because I, um, I was here at the house and discovered this song called You Are. And really, I say it's a love song to the Lord. And it really, I hadn't even heard the whole song, but I was going to listen to it a little bit later. But long story short, we had a ride in Jermaine's truck. And what I had not noticed before, or to this magnitude, was the fact that all the sacrifices you made. Because right before I got my 9 to 5 job, I had just um, I had just ran out of funds, and you
Mm-hmm.
paid my mortgage. But you paid my mortgage. Um, you paid my mortgage, even at the detriment of your vehicle kind of going down. And I discovered this isn't something he told me. I was just in his truck, and you came to a stop sign, and your truck kind of cut on and off,
Mm-hmm.
and you just like restarted it and went on, right? And y'all, I got so emotional because I did not realize just all the sacrifices that you, not only that you had made, but another friend of ours. And I began to, um, later on that night, I began to like really worship God and really pray for the both of y'all, for all the sacrifices that you had made for me, my business, and just the well being of Carla. I had never had that level of commitment, loyalty. I had always been that for someone else. But now the Lord was just, He was really opening my eyes up, showing me um, just the season that I was in, and that, but He was really opening my eyes up to you, and I didn't even know what was happening. Okay, and so the very next day, um, I think you had picked me up from work,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah. We
and
went to
uh-huh.
went out to eat.
Oh, oh yeah, you
Yeah.
always remember all the details. We went out to eat, and what where? Okay, we're not gonna say where we went. We went out to eat, and what then what? No, we actually went to the mall first, and then we went out to eat, and then um, we had a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this conversation was sparked out of nowhere. We were watching a movie, and I asked you some random question. And y'all, when I asked the question, now, if you know anything about Jermaine, he is very, very quiet and very reserved. So it's always like pulling teeth trying to get some information out of him, right? And so, but when I asked you this random question, you went on and on and on. And y'all, I was happy because you know what? I just wanted to hear what you had to say. And what he had to say was so deep. But really, it was like a release for you, right?
Yeah, cause
I really enjoyed hearing you talk because I got a little more into your world,
mm,
and where I had tried to like um, distance myself emotionally from you because I didn't think we were meant to be. I was now making a connection. I was able to see you in a more vulnerable state.
mm.
Um, and the fact that you opened up, I don't know, it just really, you know what, it made me feel like closer to you.
Oh,
It humanized you for me, you know? And so, once again, I believe that God was allowing this to, I don't know, get me to see who you were as a person. But anyway, this opened us up, I believe, even more. And you know what? I hugged you. I remember hugging you. Did
yeah.
I hugged him, and it felt different, y'all. I I wanted to keep on hugging you, but I didn't. I did not continue to hug. Once again, I had a lot of boundaries, and regardless as to how I felt, I still, um, kept those boundaries. However, I was starting to feel different. How were you feeling?
Um, I felt a little different, but
Yeah.
then again, I just roll with the flow. So
Okay, okay.
yeah.
So anyway, long story short, I was in my car. I guess a couple of days later, I had this epiphany, y'all. So, um, this whole time I was thinking that, and I want to really talk about this, right? I was thinking that I was thinking about the word attraction, right? And I kept saying that I was not attracted to him, not, uh, not as far as like look wise or anything like that, but I really felt like I needed an alpha male. someone who could handle Carla, because Carla was I can be a strong personality. And I just thought that this is Mr. Nice Guy over here. And I don't know. I felt like it wasn't what I needed. But how many of you know that we don't always know what we need, right? And anyway, I was in this car and I was having this whole epiphany and really an opening of my eyes and the eyes of my understanding. And I began to think about what what exactly is attraction, right? And so I asked myself some questions. Am I not attracted to commitment? Am I not attracted to loyalty?
Mm-hmm.
Am I not attracted to being treated the best that I have ever been treated? And you guys, when I say that, it wasn't just something that I felt like you were just doing to impress me. I knew it came from the heart. This was what, about a year and 3 months of consistency. And you know when someone is doing something to impress you and when it's just genuinely them. And so I began to feel your heart for me in a way that I had not seen before. And so, um, you guys, right there in the car, I was having I don't know if God was just renewing my mind, opening up my understanding. I believe all of that was happening in this car. And I had a distance to go, but um, I began to realize that I hadn't paid attention to it before, but I began to realize that you were checking off all my boxes that I didn't even know that you were checking off. And I was like, oh my God, am I falling for Jermaine? And I was. But I really feel, and I want to reiterate that nothing was changing, really, for the most part, like physically or even like with our situation. The only thing that was changing was my mindset. And that's what I want to talk about, is because so many of us have an idea of what we think um, God has for us, or what we think we should have. And it's not right. It's not even nowhere near what we think should be happening. Because really, the best thing was already right in front of me, right? And I was trying to shoo it away, you know? Do you have something to say, sir?
Drop me. You want to throw me in the trash?
um,
Take me to the curb.
and any stop. uh, and anyway, Jermaine, you know what? This whole thing has actually, I feel like I've been revolutionized or something, because I really thought I really thought I knew what was best for me. But you know what? If I knew what was best for me, why couldn't I have brought it to be? Why couldn't I have had that in even other people that I date, that I chose, right? Why couldn't I have um really caused that to be with the people I had chosen before, right?
Mm.
So if we know what's best for us, we would have it. Agreed?
Yeah, it's true.
And so, you guys, I did not even realize. I'm so glad you were patient with me, because you know what? Now we're in marital bliss.
Mm-hmm.
It's going on what, 2 months,
Yes.
and I I I couldn't be happier.
Me too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. I just, yeah. It's like I want to have a whole like seminar or something, Actually, I'm gonna write a play about it. I'm not gonna tell you what the name of the play is, but you can look for that in October of 2026. But I just want to say that, especially for the singles, um, just as an encouragement, because I'm always thinking of you guys. I was single for a long, long time. And what I'm going to say is that what you're looking for is probably right in front of your eyes, but you're overlooking it because it's not what you thought you needed. Don't discount what God can do. And I'm not saying just settle for anything, but I don't know. I just really liked, um, you know what? I really just liked having you around. I should have known that was a telltale sign too.
Mm.
Even in marriage, um, I mean, I don't know. He hasn't changed on me or anything. He's still my sweetie. And if I could say anything, um, what I'm even learning even more is that when you have a marriage that's rooted in God, that's rooted in peace, servitude isn't hard. Submission isn't hard. I'm not just submitted to Him, but you always tell me what? That you're submitted.
Submit to you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I just love this. I just love how he treats me. I love and you know what? That's another thing too. I have found that in your treatment of me that I don't feel like I'm losing myself
Mm.
because I serve you or because you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like you enable me to be the best version of myself where serve I can serve every part of me um in right even in the right equation, right? I feel like I can give to my family. I feel like I can give to my business. I feel like I can give to the world because because of the space that you have allowed me to even be in, and that's peace. You know, that's peace. I feel like we're in right alignment. I feel like the biggest thing I feel like is that I have balance, and I've never felt like that. Yeah, but this difference for me, and I we talked about this the other night. Um, you know, I've never felt more at peace, and that's what I really realize is that when it's God ordained, it should be, um, you know, you should be able to fulfill everything that God has called us to do and be, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, did you have anything to add?
No, just it's an honor and look forward to many happy days in the future. So
Yes, Mr. Mosley. And well, you guys, I don't know if you guys would like to see any other videos or if there are any other questions that you would like to hear from us or anything, any other type of material that you would like us to do for you guys. But if you have any suggestions, please put them down in the comments. And um, yeah, that's our story in a nutshell.
yep.
All right, you guys. Well, we'll see you next week, or I'll see you next week here on Candid Conversations with Carla. And all right.